anyways, this is Matt, New Haven, Monterey Road here. Gonna be taking apart my Mantua 462 Pacific. Let's start getting the drawbar off here, and might as well get the power screw part off there too. I'm going to lubricate it with the same oil that I used for the other two locomotives, the 040 Rossi and the Chattanooga 22 1975 locomotive, by the way. This one's probably from the 70s as well. Not sure 100%. You can tell I've actually fixed that drawbar. Super glue. Would you believe it? It broke here and I super glued it. So, put the tender. And pretty. I like doing that work that I did. Now, this is the one that came with the original coupler like that. And then it's just missing a step there. But not a big deal. Anyway, let's get on with it. Take that out. Make sure this conical spring is facing inwards. See that dimple right there in the center? That's where it has to go. Then you have this part stick out, okay? Now, I've never actually put anything on this except oil I had lying around. So, stuff I'm going to be using now is going to be far better than what it's ever had. Two screws there. One screw in the top and the smokestack down there. If I can get to it. Come on. Oh yeah, come on. Huh. You're way down there. There we go. You gotta be careful with these. Pull these wires out, or handrails. These pilots are very, very brittle, I'll tell you. That's loose. That shouldn't be. That should be tight. Handrail comes out of there very tightly. There we go. Now, here comes the whole locomotive all apart. The headlight assembly's there. Yeah, it's missing the paint there because it's on the steam chest took it off basically. So, what I'll do is pop the bulb. That's a screw-in bulb. Still works. Shut the power off to the track on the other side. Now, take some rubbing alcohol, isopropyl, and clean the gear and everything. I'm just going to douse everything in it. Yeah, I might as well take the brushes out. just gotta be careful. There's a little spring that holds them in. It's right at the top. And when that spring goes flying, good luck finding it, because you're not going to. I'm trying to look at that. There's the brushes. Not bad. They're a little dirty. Not bad. I'll clean them. Commutator's probably seen better days. Get all that grease. Actually, it's not even grease. It's that oil that's in a spray, and it probably didn't ruin it, but got this really dirty. And I probably should use something like a toothpick, but I don't have anything handy except for, well, this might work. It's like for a phone thing. Yeah, that might work. Clean that out there. Then take these out. You don't ever want to lose one of these screws. Because I'll tell you, it's a heck of a time trying to get one of them. I don't think the hardware store would have them. They're so tiny. Never know, maybe. Although the people that charge for these trains, I think are, well, I don't like the prices that they charge, so. Yeah, now that is the original grease right there. See all that? We don't want that. This needs to be doused again and cleaned. Got the bearing underneath. I know Sam's Trains always says about bearings. Well, you know, Mantua was ahead of their time. They actually had bearings. I think he said Hornby did too. I don't recall. But I'm not an expert on Hornby, so you wouldn't want to ask me for Hornby stuff. However, I'd like to have a Highwards Express sometime. So I have an idea of what I'd like to do with it for when I have the layout. I'm going to clean all the skull and disc. I'm sure people know what these were used for. I've heard because the spoked wheels were more okay. There we go. There you go. Alright, now clean this off. This is disgusting. My gosh. That's a lot of, that's thick. Imagine that oil that I used, I said I used it not made for trains. Sadly enough, that's what I used, and well, now I'm going to take and I'm going to drop a liberal amount right in the bearings here of this Liberty lubricant. Oh, that already is like nice. Wow. Compared to what it used to be. Holy crap. And no, I'm not going to lubricate the commutator on my locomotive. I do not like that idea. I agree with one of the YouTubers that I think it's ridiculous. Well, I mean, he doesn't say ridiculous, but he just doesn't like doing it. I don't like the idea that oil gets on the commutator and it'll burn. And when it burns, it smokes. And yes, I mean, yes, you got a steam engine. Ha ha ha. It should smoke. No, not really. No. This screw goes in there like that. Nope. Huh. Wrong one. Whoops. Alright, what happened to it? There it is. Come here, little guy. Get in there. Go back home. The magnet's still strong. Now, here's the tricky part. Right there, that amount. That should do. That's a nice liberal amount right there. Now, I'm going to turn the wheel like that. Wow, that makes a difference. Wow, what a difference. Awesome. Tell you something, I recommend getting this. You can use this for your RC cars, by the way. Go look on the reviews on Harbor Freight. For those of you in the States, Harbor Freight is our cheap Harbor Freight store, basically, for hardware and stuff. Hardware, parts, screwdrivers, stuff like that, nails, tools. It's got Pittsburgh tools and stuff like that. I'm going to put a little bit of oil down there in the bearing. A little bit in this one. This has got a fabric bearing here. There's another fabric bearing back here. And there. Just like that. Now, got alcohol that's still on this. There we go, nice and shiny. And I you can't rush these things. And that's one of the sides. Go. What you do is you slide it up in there like that, make it level. Oh, try to show you again. It's hard to do. See how it's level there? And you take very carefully, if you can see this little spring right here, take the spring, bend it down. There you go. Right into place. Beautiful. Oh, that is so much better. Look at that. That's much better. A little bit more. Yeah, like I said, Mantua knew what they were doing when they made these. Because, man oh man, the company itself had them really good. Alright, let's assemble this and then see how she runs.